My friends, listen carefully. In this world, it is not beauty alone that captures a man's heart. It is not the wealth you have, nor the clothes you wear. No. What causes a man to feel an unstoppable longing, an uncontrollable missing for you, is the power of your attitudes. The unseen, invisible force within you that leaves a mark on his soul. And attitudes can make any man feel your absence more than your presence. And I tell you today, when you live them, you become unforgettable. First, it is the attitude of self-worth. When you know who you are, you do not beg for attention, you command it. A woman who carries herself with dignity becomes a treasure that cannot be replaced. When you walk into a room with quiet confidence, he feels it. And when you leave, he feels the emptiness that follows. Second, it is the attitude of mystery. Not everything about you must be revealed at once. Leave room for discovery. Let there be layers he has not yet touched. The more he discovers, the more he craves. The more he knows, the more he longs to know. Mystery is not deception. It is wisdom. Third, it is the attitude of joy. Do you know how rare joy is in this world? Many live in complaints, in bitterness, in negativity. But when you radiate joy, when you laugh freely, when you find delight in life, you create a fragrance that lingers in his memory. He will replay your laughter in his mind when you are gone. Fourth, it is the attitude of independence. Hear me? A man may admire your love, but he will long for you most when he knows you can stand on your own. Dependence may create comfort, but independence creates respect, and respect multiplies longing. Fifth, it is the attitude of kindness. Do not underestimate it. Harshness pushes people away, but kindness draws them in. A kind heart makes even silence powerful. Long after the words fade, the warmth of kindness remains. Sixth, it is the attitude of passion. Live with fire. When you love your dreams, your vision, your purpose, when your eyes shine with direction, you inspire him. A passionate woman cannot be forgotten, for she stirs passion in others. Seventh, it is the attitude of respect for yourself and for him. Respect is magnetic. When you respect yourself, you set standards. When you respect him, you lift him. And in that combination, you make him realize no one else gives him what you do. Eighth, it is the attitude of gratitude. Gratitude transforms the ordinary into extraordinary. A man may forget what you said, but he will not forget how you made him feel valued. Your thankful spirit makes him replay your presence in his heart. Ninth, it is the attitude of peace. In a chaotic world, peace is priceless. Be the calm in the storm, the steady anchor when everything is shaking. That peace will haunt him in the best way when you are absent. He will long for your presence because it brings him rest. 10th, it is the attitude of authenticity. Be real, be true, be you. Pretending fades, but authenticity endures. A man misses the woman who is genuine because truth cannot be replaced. So I say to you, do not chase, do not beg, do not cling. Cultivate these attitudes, and you will become unforgettable. Your presence will mark his heart, and your absence will echo in his soul. These 10 attitudes, lived daily, will make any man feel an uncontrollable missing for you, not because of what you gave him, but because of who you became. Listen to me. The first and most powerful attitude that makes a man feel an uncontrollable missing for you is the attitude of self-worth. Everything begins here. Without self-worth, you may look beautiful. You may have intelligence. You may even be kind. But if you do not know your value, people will treat you as cheap. And hear me clearly, people will only value you as much as you value yourself. Self-worth is not arrogance. It is not pride. It is not looking down on others. No, it is the quiet strength of knowing deep inside that you are not ordinary. You were created with uniqueness, with dignity, with purpose. When you live from that place, you radiate a presence that cannot be ignored. A man will sense it even if you never speak a word. Too many times, I see people begging for attention, chasing after someone who does not see their value, and thinking, if I give more, if I try harder, maybe then they will love me. But the truth is this, when you beg for love, you diminish your worth in the eyes of others. When you stand firm in who you are, you elevate it. The one who truly deserves you will recognize it without you needing to prove anything. A woman with self-worth walks into a room differently. She does not compare herself with others. She does not shrink because someone else looks attractive or successful. She knows that her light is not meant to be compared. It is meant to shine in its own way. That kind of presence makes a man restless when you are gone. Because it is not common, it is rare. And rarity creates longing. Now let me tell you something important. Self-worth is not only about how you carry yourself on the outside. It begins in the mind. If your thoughts are filled with, I am not enough, I am not worthy, I am not beautiful, I am not special, then your actions will follow that belief. But when your mind is filled with, I am valuable, I am chosen, I am unique, I deserve love and respect, then you walk, speak, and act in alignment with that truth. A man feels that energy. He may not understand it fully, but he feels it. Think about it. When someone owns something precious like a diamond, they do not treat it carelessly. They guard it. They protect it. They value it. Why? Because the diamond itself carries worth. In the same way, when you carry yourself like a diamond, when you recognize that your love, your time, your energy are not cheap, then a man begins to treasure you. And when he does not have you near, he feels that loss deeply. Do not confuse self-worth with playing games. Some people think, if I ignore him, he will miss me. If I pretend, he will chase me. That is not self-worth, that is manipulation. Real self-worth does not need games. Real self-worth is steady, unshakable, genuine. It does not come from fear of losing someone, but from the confidence of knowing, even if I lose them, I will not lose myself. That strength is magnetic. A man misses you uncontrollably when he knows you are not desperate for him. When he knows that your joy, your confidence, your peace are not dependent on his presence, but flow from within you. That is when he realizes, this woman is not like the others. He begins to replay your strength, your calmness, your certainty, and in your absence he feels it more than in your presence. Let me remind you, your worth is not defined by who stays with you or who leaves you. Your worth is not measured by the attention you receive on social media, or the compliments you get from strangers. Your worth is built in. It is unshakable. It was given to you by the very fact that you are alive, unique, and irreplaceable. When you begin to embrace this truth, you no longer chase, you attract. You no longer beg, you inspire. You no longer settle, you choose. And listen carefully. This is why a man misses a woman with self-worth, because she is not easily available to everyone. She does not lower her standards to be accepted. She does not give herself away cheaply. She holds her heart with dignity, and because of that, her absence creates a void. He knows he cannot find another like her. So I urge you today, stop doubting your value. Stop lowering yourself to please people who do not see your worth. Rise up with dignity. Speak with confidence. Walk with strength, not because you are trying to prove anything, but because you know the truth. You are valuable. You are precious. You are rare. And when a man experiences a woman like that, her absence becomes unbearable. Self-worth is not just an attitude, it is the foundation. Build it, live it, and let it shine. Because once you do, you will never need to wonder if someone misses you. They will. And they will miss you deeply, because you are unforgettable. Now listen carefully. If self-worth is the foundation, then the secret to making someone feel an uncontrollable missing for you is found in cultivating qualities that go beyond the surface. It is not about chasing. It is not about clinging. It is not about begging for attention. No, it is about shaping yourself into a person whose presence cannot be replaced, and whose absence creates a deep longing that no one else can fill. Do you know why some people fade quickly from memory, while others linger in the heart for years? It is not because of beauty alone. Beauty may attract, but it does not last. It is not because of wealth or charm, for these things can be found everywhere. What makes someone unforgettable are the qualities they carry, qualities that strike the soul, qualities that stir respect, admiration, and emotional hunger. Let me give you an example. Think about the fragrance of a flower. When the flower is in front of you, you enjoy its scent. But when you leave, the fragrance clings to your clothes. Even though the flower is gone, the memory of its sweetness lingers. This is what qualities do. They leave a mark long after you are absent. So what are these qualities that stir emotional longing? First, it is the ability to inspire. A man will never forget the woman who lifts his vision higher, who believes in his potential, who speaks to the king inside of him when the world only sees the servant. Inspiration is not loud, it is powerful. When you speak words that ignite his faith, his courage, his dreams, you become a voice in his heart. And when you are gone, he longs for that voice again. Second, it is the quality of emotional intelligence. Many women focus on external attraction, but forget the power of emotional connection. To listen deeply, to understand without judgment, to comfort without controlling. These are qualities that make a man feel safe. When you create that emotional safety, your absence becomes heavy, because he realizes that not everyone can understand him the way you did. Third, it is the quality of balance. Hear me, if you give too much, you smother. If you give too little, you starve the bond. But when you know how to love without losing yourself, when you know how to give without being drained, you create a rhythm that is irresistible. Men long for the woman who can balance closeness with space, love with independence, care with strength. That balance makes him restless when you are not there. Fourth, it is the quality of presence. Some people are physically there but emotionally absent. Others are rarely around. But when they are, they fill the room with energy, with warmth, with life. Your presence is not measured by how much time you spend with someone, but by the impact you create in that time. If you bring laughter, if you bring peace, if you bring depth, then even short moments leave an everlasting impression. Fifth, it is the quality of uniqueness. When you cultivate your own identity, your passions, your dreams, your talents, you become irreplaceable. Too many lose themselves trying to mirror others, trying to be what society expects. But when you dare to be yourself fully without apology, you stand out. And anything that stands out is missed deeply when absent.